Hey girl, hey, and welcome back to Evolving Into Her. This is Ashley Hope, and whether this is your first episode or your 12th, are we on number 12 right now? I think we're on 12. Wow. Either way, I'm so glad you're here. This space is about embodiment, identity, evolving with intention. And today's conversation is one I've been holding close. It's one of those themes that has been showing up in so many places, right? In my sessions with clients, inside community circles, through voice notes from women doing the deep work. And it always circles back to this. We talk a lot about becoming her, our future self, but are we really supporting her? Are we really looking out for her? Or are we unknowingly sending her anxiety, stress, and pressure disguised as preparation? And so that's what we're unpacking today. Because if you want to walk in a soft, supported, secure version of yourself, you can't send her chaos and expect her to arrive calm. So let's talk about how to bless her, right? How to set her up for greatness, how to partner with the woman you're becoming in a way that actually supports her growth, right? And doesn't burden her. And so you know the deal. Get comfy, grab your favorite drink. Today I'm having a matcha latte with a shot of espresso. It's delicious. And if you are an ADHD girly, okay, this is very supportive. It helps your executive function. You have clean energy without the crash. It is amazing. So just try it out. And let's get into the show. So let's start here because I see this often, right? We hear the word mindfulness and we immediately think of peace, of presence, slowing down, tapping in, and that's beautiful. I'm here for it. I love mindfulness. I practice it. I believe in being where your feet are. But for a lot of women I work with, especially high achieving, heart centered women, mindfulness can quietly turn into micromanagement, especially for my type A girlies, okay? I've had clients tell me, I sat down to meditate and I just keep thinking about what I haven't figured out yet. I'm journaling more, but now I'm just listing all the ways I feel stuck. I've created space to reflect, but it's turning into a spiral. And what I've realized is this: a lot of us think we're practicing mindfulness, but what we're actually practicing is hyperfixation on what's not working. Clock it. We're hyperfixated on what hasn't come to fruition into our lives yet. We're hyperfixated on what we still need to heal, what needs to be quote unquote fixed, right? And that's not rooted in gratitude. It's not grounded in presence, right? It's rooted in lack. It's rooted in scarcity and pressure and rehearsing what hasn't happened or what hasn't transpired yet. And I don't say that to call anyone out, right? I say that to offer awareness. Because if your version of mindfulness, if your mindfulness practice is just looping through everything that feels unhealed, unfinished, or uncertain, you're not creating peace, right? You're reinforcing panic. And if that's what you're practicing today, baby, that's what you're sending into your future. So let's talk about her, your future self, the version of you you're working towards, the version of you you're walking towards, that you're aligning with, the woman who's soft and grounded, the woman who knows how to rest and receive, the woman who makes aligned choices, who speaks up for herself, who lets joy take up space. We all have a version of her we're envisioning, and it's different for everyone, right? But here's the part that we miss a lot of times. That future version of you is walking into whatever you're sending ahead. She is not some distant figure or some figment of your imagination that's just going to appear out of nowhere, right? She is shaped by the energy that you carry now. She is shaped by your mindset now, your thoughts, your words, your actions, your habits. And what I've seen over and over again, especially in my healing work and in community spaces, is that so many women unintentionally project anxiety and stress onto their future selves. And this can sound like, baby, she better have it all figured out. I just need her to come fix this. I hope she doesn't mess this up like I did. Or I can't wait to get to her so I can get out of the situation I'm in now, right? Even the way we talk about her sometimes sounds like survival, like she's some superhero who's supposed to come in and save us from the present. But sis, it doesn't work like that. She is not your emergency contact. She is really not coming to save you. She is you, right? And she deserves to walk into peace and not pressure. And so let's take it a layer deeper. There is so much talk about future self embodiment right now. And baby, I love it. I live for this. Okay. I've created a whole brand around this, a podcast around this. Like, I love this stuff, and I've been doing it before it had a name. I've been doing it for the last 10 to 15 years. I live it. The rituals, the visualizations, the what would she do practices, the intention behind it is beautiful. But here's where it can get tricky: when that embodiment turns into performance, when we start obsessing over becoming her, and not from a place of alignment, which is natural, but from a place of lack, a place of fear, a place of scarcity. And so suddenly the affirmations become frantic. The routines feel forced. The vision board becomes a checklist of things we don't have yet. And without even realizing it, we're no longer becoming her, we're chasing her. We're putting all this weight on her shoulders, hoping she makes it, hoping she doesn't mess it up, hoping she has the answers that we don't. But true embodiment doesn't feel frantic. It doesn't feel like pressure. It feels like alignment. It feels like I'm creating the environment for her to thrive. And it doesn't feel like I'm doing the most, so she'll hurry up and fix everything and hurry up and get here and hurry up and save me from my current circumstances. And so, while we're on the topic of sending blessings forward, being mindful of the energy that you're pouring forward, I want to share something that I recently led inside my community. As some of you know, I recently closed out my 75 Her challenge and officially wrapped up my private community space, Flow and Flourish. And to honor both seasons, both chapters, transitioning to something else, I led a blessing ceremony, right? And not just to reflect on the past, but to pour into the future. We don't do that enough. And one of the most powerful parts of that ceremony was this practice. We asked the Holy Spirit to go ahead of us. We asked God to send forth the angels. We called on our higher selves, our divine team, and we called on them to send peace and guidance ahead, to clear the path, to open the right doors, to soften the land before we even arrived, right? We didn't just talk about our future selves, we spoke to her. We sent her blessings, we sent her love, we sent her breath and ease and rest and peace. We sent her the support she deserves, because that's what support looks like, right? Not just the vision, but protection, preparation, prayer. And it reminded me of something I learned in my early energy healing training. Energy doesn't operate on a timeline, it transcends time and space. You can send energy healing to your past, you can send clarity into your presence, you can send love into your future. And when you truly understand that, you realize that your future self work isn't just about calling her in, right? It's about sending blessings ahead. And let's talk about what to do when the anxiety creeps in, because it's going to happen even when you're doing the work, even when you know better. You start overthinking, spiraling, rushing the timeline, and suddenly you're placing all your hopes and your healing and your dreams and your wishes and your intentions on her shoulders. And here's a simple reset I walk my clients through. One, pause, even if it's just 10 seconds, right? Stop the scroll, stop the spiral. Two, get into your body. Place your hand over your heart or your belly. We do it at the end of every episode. And just feel your breath, feel your presence. And next, I want you to ask yourself, what energy am I sending to her right now? And do this without judgment, right? Just observe, just become aware. And then once that comes up for you, also ask, what would it feel like to send her something better? Maybe it's peace, maybe it's love, maybe it's appreciation, maybe it's guidance, maybe it's clarity, maybe it's ease. And then I want you to use the power of your voice. Speak it out loud. Write it in your journal. Speak it out loud as a prayer. This could sound like, I send her peace. I send her clarity. I send her rest. I send her good love. I send her people who get her. I send her alignment. That's how you support her. That's how you shift the atmosphere she's walking into. And this is the important part. You don't have to earn your way into becoming her. You already are. Every thought, every choice, every belief, every habit, you're shaping her life with the energy you move through today. So I want you to routinely ask yourself, what kind of world am I preparing her for? Is it rooted in survival, in anxiety, in fear, in scarcity? Or is it rooted in support? Because she deserves to walk into softness, into alignment, into peace, into ease, into love, right? And you get to be the one to send it. So this is the part of the show where we shift gears. You know the deal, out of our heads and back into our bodies, out of the thinking and into the feeling. This is our reset, our integration. So if you're able, go ahead and get still. And I invite you to close your eyes, or you can just soften your gaze. Drop your shoulders. Unclench your jaw. Unfurrow your brow. And take a deep inhale in through your nose. Hold it for a second at the top. And gently exhale out of your mouth. And again, slower this time. Deep breath in through your nose, filling your belly, feeling your diaphragm expand. Keep inhaling until you can't inhale anymore. At the top of that breath, hold for a second or two. And gently exhale and release from your mouth. And I invite you to place one hand on your heart and one hand over your belly or your womb space. And I just want you to imagine her, and not necessarily what she looks like or what she's wearing, but her energy, her frequency, how she carries herself. Just imagine the woman you're ultimately becoming, that you're aligning with, that you don't have to work towards, that you don't have to sacrifice for. You're naturally becoming her every single day. The version of you who already feels whole, who feels grounded, who feels protected, who feels loved, who feels at peace, who feels in alignment. And I invite you to speak this over her. You can repeat after me or just repeat it in your mind or just let it land and receive it. I send you peace that you don't have to fight for. I send you mornings that feel like freedom. I send you people who celebrate you in rooms you don't have to shrink in. I send you sacred timing, divine timing. I send you protection in places I can't see yet. I send you aligned relationships, aligned opportunities. I send you blessings. I send you love. And I send you the reminder that everything you're walking into is already yours. And friend, just breathe that in. Allow it to resonate as truth. Allow it to be. Let her feel it. Let yourself feel it. And sis, if this episode stirred something into you, please hold on to it, return to it, practice it. These episodes are designed for you to come back and listen to them again and again and again whenever you need a reminder of the woman you're stepping into, the life that you're stepping into. I actually re listen to them myself, and I'm the curator, I'm the host. And I'm just going to say that I needed this podcast as much as a lot of you probably did. Past versions of me needed this, the current version of me needed this, and I'm sure there are future iterations of me that need this work as well. And I'm so honored to hold this space for everyone, including myself. And if you want to stay in this frequency, if you want monthly energetic support to clear what's heavy and to align with what's next, join me inside Her Energy Reset. It's an ongoing energy healing space I hold every month. You can sign up anytime. The moment you say yes, the energy starts moving. It's gentle, it's sacred, it's supportive, and it's designed to help you stay connected to the woman you're becoming. The link to join is in the show notes. But until next time, breathe, sis. Bless her and keep evolving.